Hello and welcome to Bondi Boomer. Today it's a bit wet outside, so I thought I'd talk about my crusty old 10-year-old commuter bike. What I'd like to do is pass on some of the wisdom, I guess you'd call it, which I've gained from commuting for 10 years. Let me show you my crusty old commuter bike. The bike is a Giant 01, which I purchased in 2015. It's a hybrid bike with an upright riding position, so you're able to see the traffic. I would suggest getting an alloy or steel frame for commuting. A carbon frame is overkill and expensive. Besides, someone will just steal it. If, of course, it doesn't get broken first. This video is not so much about this bike in particular, but about the sort of functionality you should be looking for when you go into a bike shop to get a commuter bike. One of the main things I've changed on this bike is wider wheels and tyres. I opted for some wide, cheap mountain bike rims with Schwalbe 47mm marathon tyres. Wider tyres are safer and more comfortable, and they belong on a commuter bike, especially negotiating patchy, rough cycleways. I added an aluminium carrier because I like panniers. I cycle in Sydney, which can get very hot in summer, and having a sticky backpack just isn't a good idea. If your bike comes with some reflectors, just leave them on. They don't weigh much, and in some places they are a legal requirement. During my cycle commuting life, I always had end-of-trip facilities, and so I often ran with two panniers with a complete change of clothes. These are ancient Deuter panniers. Not sure they sell them anymore. They have zip-out rain covers, which do a great job of keeping things dry. In addition, get a waterproof bag to put your repair kit in and perhaps any electronics. If you're going to be cycling in the rain, I prefer clip-in pedals. If you're running in the wet, you can't have your foot slipping off the pedal. You can buy shoes that look like sneakers and you can walk around in them. They have cleats on the bottom, and in summer I like to use sandals also with cleats on the bottom. Sandals in particular are really great in our subtropical storms. If you're going to be commuting regularly, I would suggest hydraulic discs. When you commute, you're generally going to find a lot of people stumbling into the cycleway, cars turning across your way, potholes, and you need to be able to stop. And more importantly, you need to be able to stop in the wet. I cycle in Sydney, which has a lot of hills. You need the right gearing for your situation and your ability. This thing has a triple chain ring set with 48, 36 and 28 chain wheels. Cassette is a 10-speed 11 to 36. I guess you would call this trekking gearing. Frankly, I love triple chain rings. That lowest gear of 28 on the front and 36 on the back will get you up pretty much any steep driveway or hill. I think low gears on a commuter bike are a great idea. You're not racing, you're not really in a hurry, you need to keep your wits about you and not run out of puff. Let's not forget some absolutely necessary commuter basics. You're going to need a bell because you'll be negotiating crowded cycleways and maybe the odd footpath, and people need warning if they are in your way. Always have lights in your bag. They should be able to flash, but they should also be able to light your way on dark streets. If you're buying new lights, make sure they can charge using USB-C. No one needs any more cables with different standards. And finally, get yourself a side stand. This is just a cheap one off eBay, and it doesn't weigh much, and it's great for locking your bike to a power pole or just standing your bike up outside a shop. Thanks for watching, and hope you follow the channel. Okay, bye.